ساعة وشوية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. وبعد احنا بنرحب بيكم اولا في مكانكم، واهلا وسهلا بكم جميعا. وبنرحب طبعا باستاذنا الدكتور ايهاب رجاء، الاستاذ الدكتور استاذ الوراثه والمخ والاعصاب ورئيس قسم زاويه التيات الخاص بالمركز القومي الاسبق
اهم حاجه
بمركز القومي للبحوث. ودكتور ايهاب يعني سمعته سابقاه زي ما بيقولوا غنى عن التعريف وليس موضوع كمن سمع. ودكتور ايهاب لا يتميز بس بتمثل الخلق وشخص مهني محترف، وفوق انه خلوق ومهني محترف له اراء تميزه في هذا المجال عن غيره من الاطباء، وبالتالي يعني يحق لنا ان نسميه مدرسه وحده. هذا الرجل له مدرسه وله توجه معين هو خاص به، وهو بينافح ويكافح ويكدح ويكد من اجل ان هو يوصل فكرته لكل اولياء الامور ولكل الاطباء العاملين في المجال. وهو صاحب رساله، نسال الله سبحانه وتعالى ان هو يتقبل كل سعي وكل عمله. بنرحب بحضرتك طبعا، واحنا اولادك واحنا استاذ الجميع، ومش هنضيع وقت عشان تبدا ان شاء الله باذن الله. اتفضل يا فندم، الله يخليك.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، وربنا يفتح بيننا وبين قومنا بالحق وانت خير الفاتحين. انا سعيد اكون وسط حضراتكم النهارده. عايز اعرف كم ولي امر.
ما شاء الله.
عشان كريم هيبقى في المقام الاول لاستاذ اولياء الامور لتصحيح مفاهيم، وانا بشكرك على التقدمه المبالغ فيها في المدح والثناء، ولكن اعتز يعني من الله سبحانه وتعالى ان انا بس بحدد الطائر لوحدي، فهقول اراء مخالفه. اختلاف في الراي لا يمنع القضيه، دي رقم واحد. سماها ورشه عمل، وانا سعيد انه سماها ورشه مش محاضره، عشان هي مفتوحه للنقاش واستماع للراي الاخر. نتجادل بالحق، بس اهم حاجه ان المجادله تكون النص الثاني ده الى اراء علميه، مش مجرد قالوا له بيقولوا له، عشان دي كتير قوي وهو فاهم الكلام كتير هيحصل. فتتقبلوا الاختلاف بصدر رحب، وبعد كده النقاش مفتوح، مفيش اي حد على اي حد يقول وجهه نظره او لا. نسمع بس مع بعض الاغنيه التقليديه دي، انا بحبها قوي، هي بتمثل شجون شديده لاغلب اولياء الامور.
دعني أسمع صوتك بدك هذا الصمت، دعني أسمع صوتك فرح الأجمل أنت، دعني أسمع صوتك بدك هذا الصمت، دعني أسمع صوتك فرح الأجمل أنت. قل شيئا، قل كلمة تسعد هذه الدار، من عينيك يطل الفجر وتشرق الشمس نهار. قل شيئا، قل كلمة تسعد هذه الدار، من عينيك يطل الفجر وتشرق الشمس نهار. في الملعب يضحك أطفال ويغني عصفور، فانهض يا طفل التوحد من صمت مكسور. في الملعب يضحك أطفال ويغني عصفور، فانهض يا طفل التوحد من صمت مكسور. اتركها في العزلة وافرح فعبير الأزهار، حين تنشق عطرتها ولون الزنبق طار. قل شيئا، قل كلمة تسعد هذه الدار، من عينيك يطل الفجر وتشرق الشمس نهار. قل شيئا، قل كلمة تسعد هذه الدار، من عينيك يطل الفجر وتشرق الشمس نهار. أنت وهمي أنت فما غيرك في البال. أنا لا أخجل بك يا طفلي أحلى الأطفال. لك منا الترحيب فأهلا أشرقت الأنوار. فرح أنت وهم عذب لف الأرض وطار. قل شيئا قل كلمة تسعدان الدار. من عينيك يطل الفجر وتشرق الشمس نهار. قل شيئا قل كلمة تسعدان الدار. من عينيك يطل الفجر وتشرق الشمس نهار. دعني أسمع صوتك دعني أسمع صوتك. بدد هذا الصمت يا طفل التوحد. أنا لا أخجل بك فرحي الأجمل أنت. حبي وهمي أنت فما غيرك في البال. دعني أسمع صوتك بدد هذا الصمت. دعني أسمع صوتك يا أحلى الأطفال.
جزاكم الله خير. حاجة تانية بس مش هفتحها دلوقتي. هي الأغنية دي حزينة وبتثير شجون الواحد، حتى أنا شخصيا بتأثر بيها كل مرة بسمعها. بس هي بعتبرها من أقوى الأغاني اللي بتعبر عن الحالة النفسية للواحد والأب والأم. لو ركزتوا بعيد عن الانفعالات اللي حصلت لبعضكم مع الأغنية زي ما أنا بتفاعل بيها كل مرة بسمعها كأني بسمعها أول مرة. هو قال كلمة واحدة بس فيها حاجة إيجابية، حد خد باله منها؟
هو ياخد بإيده زي ما كان.
لا، في كلمة كده لو ركزتوا.
لا أخير.
أيوه، مين قال كده؟ مين قال كده؟ برافو عليك. عندك كتاب بتاعك؟ بتخجلي من تصرفاته؟ أكيد. طيب نجيب الفيديو التاني تصويرين.
تانترمز ماشي.
أنا مش بقول أمس.
بابليك.
لا، حاجة اللي فوق.
اللي
لا
فوق.
مش استراتيجي، لا حاجة البابليك، حاجة البابليك.
البابليك صح كده؟
دي مهمة.
تمام ماشي. أول فيديو ده أول واحد.
ماشي.
تمام.
If you like anything,
أوصل الصوت ولا خليه؟
look like that. I write English, and Grammarly knows my writing better.
That's good. I like that.
بقى الإعلان، الغي الإعلان يا دكتور.
Let's go.
Hello everyone, this is Ian's father, Robert. As you can see in the video, my son is having a very difficult time, and I will explain. If you're having feelings of deja vu, you aren't crazy. This is the updated version of a video my wife and I uploaded back in 2015, which received more than 3 million views. Now hindsight is 2020, and at the time we simply wanted to show others what we deal with when we go out in public and how hard things can be for those who have autism. And while around 2/3 of the people watching the video understood why we uploaded it, around 1/3 of the viewers had legitimate questions and concerns. And while you can't please everyone, especially on the internet, this troubled me and my wife as people who aim to educate about autism, not confuse. So yeah, I'm pulling a George Lucas and going back to fix an older video. And yes, we will lose view counts, some ad revenue, and upset some people over broken video links, but sometimes doing the right thing means taking a hit. Now some might ask, why do a video at all? Why not write about it instead of exposing your child? Well, in my opinion, writing about it or even showing pictures does not adequately convey the gravity of the situation. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then a video is worth 1,000,000 more. When it comes to autism, we want to show the good, the bad, and everything in between, staying mainly positive. However, sharing only positive and upbeat videos about autism undermines the struggle many families go through on a regular basis. Of course, showing only negative videos paints a bad picture about autism. With that out of the way, why this video? Why show a meltdown? Is this even a sensory meltdown, or is it a bratty temper tantrum? Doesn't this kid just need a good old-fashioned spanking? In short, we want to show others what a sensory meltdown looks like versus a common temper tantrum. So next time they see someone like this acting in public, they will slow down, not make a snap judgment, and maybe even ask to help out. Now, to be fair, when we uploaded the original video, we didn't properly explain the difference between sensory meltdowns and tantrums. We get it. Sensory meltdowns and common temper tantrums are different. Even though, as we have pointed out in other videos, these terms were not used exclusively in the past. Doctors, psychologists, neurologists, and even Temple Grandin use the term synonymously because by definition, meltdown, fit, tantrum, episode, and so on are all very closely related and are treated as synonyms. However, the current understanding is that sensory meltdowns are based on high sensory input like bright lights, loud noises, crowded spaces, or strong smells. Whereas a common tantrum is based on not getting what someone wants and throwing a fit in order to get a response. As one person with autism told me, it's the difference between cannot and will not. When someone has a sensory meltdown, they cannot control their emotions and enter a fight, flight, or freeze response. When someone throws a tantrum, they will not control their emotions and are trying to manipulate others' responses. So if a parent were to give a child a treat they wanted and the bad behavior quickly ended, that's a tantrum. Now, I'm not recommending that, I'm just saying that's what a tantrum is. Now here's where things get tricky. Sometimes, although they are different, tantrums and meltdowns can collide, much like getting hungry and angry at the same time, or hangry, or tired and frustrated simultaneously. These are different things, but they can blend, make no mistake. And it makes things much worse. As we showed in the original video, earlier in the day my son was having a sensory meltdown in the car. He calmed back down to an acceptable level and we decided to treat the boys to a nice day at the mall. We thought we were in the clear and things were fine until we arrived at the quarter machine cars. That's when I noticed Ian getting unsettled and told my wife about it. Ian wanted to stay and we thought we were being nice by letting him stay a little longer. This was a mistake as he quickly became upset, stimming heavily or self-stimulating, growling and clicking, getting pushy with other kids. There was a lot of sensory input on those car rides with lights and sounds in addition to the noisy mall, so this made sense. Ian was in the early stage of an autism meltdown. Of course, we understand these signs better now, but we were still pretty new to autism at the time. As we took Ian away from the cars, he started to tantrum, acting up because he wanted to stay, even though staying meant getting more overstimulated. Because of this, things escalated very quickly. This is also why in the original video we used both terms tantrum and meltdown. My apologies for any confusion this may have caused. We decided that we should get out as we started to anticipate a massive meltdown. While we're new to autism, we at least recognize some of the signs. On our way out of the mall, you can barely hear my wife say, "You called it." Meaning she acknowledged what I said earlier, thinking Ian might have a meltdown. This is also why I said it usually takes about half an hour before he gets overstimulated to the point of meltdown, because that was our experience at the time.
This threshold is probably like half an hour, would you say? Public places, then he gets overstimulated.
Ian now does a much better job in public places thanks to the conditioning, therapies, medication, and at times headphones to block out the noise. As you can clearly see, we didn't make it out of the mall in time, and we do try to be sensitive to other people's experiences in public places, but we don't always catch things in time. Another thing people noticed in the video was Ian's red harness, which he doesn't use anymore. We used to have him wear it because he would run away so much and endanger his life. The harness actually saved his life at one point as he ran into oncoming traffic, and we pulled back on his harness just in time. So before you say things like we treat our son like a dog on a leash, please try and give the benefit of the doubt. We have a video about it, so please watch if you have more questions. Lastly, we hope you can look past what many have called exploiting our child and see the video in the context of educating and helping others. Our son has seen the first video we published and read some of the comments. He surprised me by telling me he's happy to have the video online as it helps others understand what he goes through and what autism can be like. What a neat kid. Indeed, this video has helped many with their struggles in going through meltdowns, realizing that there are others who experience what they do. It has helped people who don't understand autism well enough, and has even convinced many to slow down before judging others in public. It has helped calm autism caretakers who deal with the same issues, and letting them know they are not alone in providing help for special needs individuals. We wish all people dealing with autism the best.